It's official. Dry January's over.
Off the wagon we go.
Off the wagon, off the rails, off the fucking tracks.
Oh my god, that smells good. Smell that.
I'm nervous.
Oh man. It smells like heaven. Heaven in a bottle. It is called High River. So this is what I drank on.
Thank you again to Eric for the glasses.
Oh yeah, thank you, Eric. These are the ones he got us?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are actually fucking
Solid.
sick.
It's a solid glass.
Yeah. Super simple.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're
definitely not finishing this tonight.
Canadian whiskey.
I feel like after this drink, I'm gonna be so hammered.
I'm actually nervous.
Why? Like why?
I don't know, because I'm a pussy.
Okay.
That's probably the only reason. No, I'm not that nervous. I think I like to convince myself that this is gonna start some sort of downward spiral.
Going to, even though you were never down that rabbit hole to begin with. But you were an alcoholic. So.
I was, yeah. Recovered.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
First drink.
Cheers to everyone.
Yeah,
congratulations
cheers.
on Dry January.
If you did it. If you didn't, you're a coward.
That's what alcohol tastes like. It's pretty good.
That's really good.
Cleanse my palate.
Oh, that's really good. I was a little nervous that I maybe had lost some of my
taste.
Yeah, or like the like of
strong?
Whiskey. Yeah, like I was
It didn't
like,
taste strong at all.
I'm like maybe I dumbed myself down with all the whiskey that we had been drinking.
It's a good shout though. It's a good idea.
Right? Like
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, man. Like maybe this is complete ass, and by New Year's, my palate was fucked.
Because you spent all December basically drunk.
Yeah, and it's like, holy shit, man. Like, is this even gonna taste good? And it fucking tastes great.
I'm going back in for the second.
Oh, that's really good. So yeah, we are drinking High River Canadian whiskey.
That is really smooth.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of hyped it up. I think it was the first episode of the new year.
Oh, this is actually rye.
Is it?
Yep.
Wow.
This is our
Made with
first.
rye, right?
Yeah.
I think I read that when I bought the bottle.
Cool.
But it's
I
not
believe
Canadian
this is
whiskey.
the first proper rye whiskey we've had.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think it is.
I don't know. I can't remember.
It's really good. All that shit I was talking at the start of this whole endeavor about rye. I'm sorry. I take it back. It's good.
You know what though?
It's really good.
So my recollection of drinking rye is like Canadian Club,
Yeah.
and Crown Royal.
When you're 12.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
disgusting.
yeah, and it was bad. But so was every other alcohol back then.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we should take another dive at those.
I think we should.
Sometime in the future.
We owe it to rye.
Yeah, we do. We give it a chance.
We've fucking slandered its name for no good reason.
I've always said I hate fucking rye
Yeah.
and I hate Scotch.
And we're liars.
And when I had a $300 bottle of Scotch, I liked it.
There you go. I think you would like a $30 bottle of scotch.
I might, and I'm willing to try it.
I think.
Fuck, this tastes good.
This is crazy. This
feel like an
this is gonna go. Don't you? It's like the first hit of heroin in a while.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give everyone the quick rundown on the bottle.
Yeah.
Product of Canada, High River Canadian whiskey.
Canadian.
Canadian.
It says that at the end.
It does say Canadian.
Yeah. Yeah.
For all those French Canadians.
Super Canadian.
The best Canadian whiskeys are made from rye grown in the prairies, and the most fertile soils are near local rivers, which occasionally overflow with the spring thaw. With their deposits generating rich and productive soils, these high rivers are the bane and benefit for local growers of rye and other grains that form the basis for a distinctly superior Canadian whiskey. High River whiskey delivers a flavorful blend of peppery spices with rich sweetness. The finish is smooth, leaving a lasting impression. High River is Canadian whiskey at its finest. I would tend to agree with that last statement. It's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, it's really good whiskey.
There's like no burn at all going down.
No, and that's what I remember from New Year's, man. It was just, I just
You
didn't
drank
want
this
to.
on New Year's.
Yeah,
right?
and I just didn't want to stop drinking it, but I did because I ended up going to bed.
It put you to sleep.
I think Audrey worked like days or something like that because she was tired. I think. I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But
Fuck yeah, that's
this
good.
is
I like the label too.
got an old timey slapped on there.
Yeah, and it's like they burnt the edges of the label. Yeah, it's pretty sick. For you that are tuning into the episode this week, you probably noticed that we have a brand new logo. I don't want to shout her out 'cause she didn't fucking tell me what to shout out or anything, but hopefully I can get
Thank
that
you
for,
very much to
like,
Brittany would do, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, she fucking killed it. The new logos look awesome. I'm super pumped on it.
I'm excited.
I was skeptical on the one that we picked at the start, but I think I had it set in my head because every other logo I saw was like circle. Everywhere I looked, like that was kind of what was in the back of my head, like constantly through like making it.
Yeah,
we're trying to come up with my own shit, and so like I veered to that circle one that we went back and forth and got her to fucking do all this shit. And I text her, I'm like, I am so sorry, but we're going to go with a completely different option than the one I've gotten you to
adjust
revise like 6 times. Like, and she's like, I'm glad you picked that one. That was my favorite too. So I'm like, sick.
That cemented the legacy for you.
Yeah. So I still got to update all our shit.
She did a great job. So for people that want to know, we were trying to find a logo. We're only 24 episodes late about getting a logo, a proper logo.
Like, let's be honest, like we're not 24 episodes late.
I know,
because like we didn't know where this was going to go.
I was only kidding.
Yeah, and like if we were going to keep it or whatever. But
yeah,
so, it's nice to have like a proper logo done. And
yeah, there's an official stamp on the mail now.
Yeah,
so we send it off to Brittany again. Thank you very much, Brittany.
Yes, thank you so much. And again, I'll reach out to her this week and see if there's anything like that we can send people to. Because
for anybody that needs graphic design,
fantastic,
she did a great job. Yeah. She sent us three designs, and they all look good.
Oh fuck yeah,
she did a great job on all of them. Yeah, and it was hard because you when you texted me, you like the two that I
didn't like.
Well, and didn't like is we're going to use that just for the sake of easiness.
Yeah.
Just to preface, I liked them all. It's just I preferred one and you preferred another two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I guess that's where it's hard. Like,
it's like shit.
Yeah. Cause I'm like, fuck. I didn't really like it at first because the first time I saw it, I'm like, oh, it's kind of all segregated. But now, after kind of sitting on it and like we've settled on it and whatever, it kind of makes it nice to do shit with. Cause the icons are up at the top. We don't even have to put the icons in on everything we do. On everything we do.
Yeah.
We could, it's easy for me to think of t-shirt designs, but you do the like 2 C's in a pod text, no icon, and then put the icon shit on the back and make it a little bigger. Shit like that. So it's kind of nice that it's
clean. It's good. It can be put on anything.
I'm pumped on it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped on it. So
I hope people like it. I think we worked not very hard at it.
No, we did. Brittany did.
Pretty much we just procrastinated for 3-4 months. And then we finally
we tried to go a different route and
that
didn't really work out.
It's no big deal.
Yeah, it's whatever.
We got it going and it's ready. I'm excited about it.
My old man's up at the cottage. He I think he's going to be cutting some discs if he can. If he has something he can cut.
Yeah, we'll keep that in the back burner for now.
It's true. It
cool.
just came out.
No, that's cool.
We're talking about it.
Yeah. We'll keep all that stuff in the back burner until it comes through.
Yeah.
But anyway, we got a logo. We're excited. We're back to drinking. We've lost our entire fucking minds.
I've lost doing cocaine. I'm just saying shit just to say shit at this point, man.
I'm running on instinct. I don't feel hammered yet. I feel like I should, though.
I feel loose.
I'm very loose.
Yeah. That's why I started talking about shit.
The weird thing about this whiskey is I haven't had like a warm sensation yet. It's weird. It's like it's so smooth.
You know that shirt I told you, the keep you cool?
Yeah.
It's not really keeping me cool because I'm all warm from the whiskey.
It's heating you up?
Yeah. You got a sweater on. I'm fucking dying in a fucking short sleeve.
Freezing. I came down here in this basement earlier. I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking cold.
Where's the heat?
Yeah. So I put on pants and warm socks.
Nice.
These are fucking like minus 40 socks I got on.
Yo, these are like the thickest socks I wear.
Are they?
Yeah.
Ankle socks, basically.
Yeah. Like your basic bitch ankle sock.
I need my feet to be warm. I get nervous if they're not.
Really?
I don't really get nervous.
I run so hot, it's ridiculous. I have a hard time staying cold.
I'm usually hanging out in shorts and t-shirts or like shorts and a sweater around the house, but I need socks on because my feet get cold. My whole body goes numb.
I'm here and there.
Yeah.
Some days, gotta have socks on. Other days, fuck it. You want to hear something crazy?
Yes, I do.
So the street beside us,
I'm drunk.
Where the Tim Hortons is by my parents, that whole street and like there's a good segment that is going to be out of power for 8 hours tomorrow during this polar vortex. 8 hours. They have to replace a switch.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Is that
My mom's
affect your
like,
area?
my mom's like, we may be out of power for 8 hours, and it's like 8 till 4.
Yeah, the fucking the ball's about to drop, isn't it? Like we're about to go through a shit kicking of cold weather for the next 3-4
Yeah,
weeks.
it's pretty cold out there right now.
Is it?
Actually, today's not bad, but yesterday was pretty cold.
Yeah.
If I can remember.
I don't know. Listening on the way in, they're like, "It's gonna get cold. It's gonna get cold."
Yeah, they always say that. Oh, we're gonna get a shit ton of snow, and there's not even a layer.
I woke up
of,
to more snow than I was expecting because I didn't know it was supposed to
I was
snow.
just talking in general.
Yeah. But this morning I woke up and I was very surprised. And I got irrationally angry today when I saw the snow. But I don't know why I was because I didn't check.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck, I didn't know it was going to snow.
Yeah.
But like, if I just, it's not like I could have solved that. I could have just looked and they would have said
Yeah.
it's going to snow.
I never look at
Instead,
the
I
weather.
got fucking mad for no reason, as if I could have controlled it. Like, if I'd known it was going to snow, it wouldn't have
If
changed
Mother
anything.
Nature told
Yeah.
me.
Wouldn't have changed anything about my day. Wouldn't have changed about how I got up. Nothing. Just irrationally upset over fucking literal shit I can't control.
That's hilarious.
Trying to cut that back in my life. It's going pretty well so far.
It's funny. So this past month being dry January, I've had to crank up our levels,
Oh,
and now I've had to,
you've had to already turn them down?
turn them down because they were so much louder.
For those that are wondering, it's our voices getting loud as fuck
I
after
didn't
a
even
couple
open
drinks.
my fucking.
Look at you. You're trashed. All right, now
Do you hear that fucking static?
I do now.
Yeah. Maybe I didn't plug this in. Hopefully that's not coming through.
I think it's gone now. Technical difficulties. We'll take it out
Yeah.
in production.
I hope everything's good. Yeah, we're fine. We should be fine. It's still recording.
So last week we ended on hold the line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give us an update.
All I know is the fucking things
line
pretty
did-
much is
the
over.
line didn't hold.
No, everybody fucking sold because they wanted their fucking money.
I don't blame them, but the line certainly did not hold.
Like,
GameStop,
come on, dude. There's-
GameStop is at $63 a share.
So
I
it's
think
right
when we-
back to where it was.
it's over.
But
It was a fun revolution while it lasted. I was very excited.
I was excited. That was a fun little.
Yeah,
thing in the
AMC is way
news.
down. AMC was like $14-16. They're down to $6.
Man, how are the movie theaters surviving right now?
I don't really think they are. I think they're just barely scraping by. I'd have
Alright.
to.
That was sweet.
I would have to do some sort of investigation as to whether they're getting any government funding.
That was just the one thing that I thought about. Like, man, nobody goes to the movie theaters. When was the last time a movie got released in
I think
theaters?
the last big movie that came out in theaters was last August, and that was Tenet. It did, and I know a guy that went, and they were like only like letting like 15 people in at a time. But that was the last one. That was when restrictions were kind of loose, but
yeah.
20 people in a movie theater, and it was Tenet. Then after that, everything just keeps getting delayed because these movies are so expensive to make.
They need the ticket sales.
They need it.
Yeah, 100%.
They fucking for sure need it. Which, I mean, I could really care less how much a fucking movie takes to release the thing. We ended up buying Tenet on Cineplex. You had to. It was the only way.
I think they're still doing that with some of the.
I think Wonder Woman you can only buy. You can't rent them.
It's smart,
They're trying to recoup some
but like
of the
you're-
money, right?
Even if you like, there's so many people that are ripping those off, man.
Definitely, and I could have watched a ripped version of Tenet, but the
It was
way
probably amazing.
that
I could do it easily.
yeah, the way that Christopher Nolan does his movies, I just love how they sound and look. So I wanted like the first time I watch it to be like perfect.
Yeah,
And I watched
that
it
would
in
be the
4K
one.
with the nice sound on.
Yeah. So okay, yeah,
It was good.
to get it 4K and all that's easy. But sound is a different thing for.
That's yeah.
Like-
sound is hit and miss, I
Yeah.
find. So I really wanted to as close to his movie
Yeah, I
experience as
hear you.
possible. So yeah, it was. Have you seen
Do you-
Tenet?
No,
It's fucking,
I haven't even seen Revenant or whatever, the one with the bear.
Yeah, that's like yours.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I haven't
do you-
stayed up to date with movies. We
Okay.
used to go like 3 times a month. Well, no, that's a little. Like every month, at least.
You've seen Inception,
Yo, I loved it.
and you've seen Interstellar, so it's by the same director,
Okay,
and
so it's phenomenal.
it's amazing. He just never made a bad movie. He did
Yeah.
the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yep, great.
Yeah,
I only saw one of those, I think.
you only saw what?
I don't.
You didn't see Batman Begins?
I can't remember which ones I saw. I saw the one with Joker and then Bane.
2 movies.
Yeah, there
You
go.
probably saw the first one, I bet.
Who was in the first one?
The same. It was Christian Bale, but
No,
it was
no,
called
no, no,
Batman
no.
Begins.
Yeah, but
Scarecrow and it was like mob bosses and shit. It was mostly Scarecrow and Ra's al Ghul.
I don't think I saw that one.
Okay. It was
Probably
good.
should.
Yeah, you should.
Maybe
Great
I'll watch
trilogy.
the trilogy.
Anyway, so he's literally never made a bad movie.
Okay.
So this Tenet movie is a mind fuck and a half.
Ask the critics if he's ever made a bad movie.
I'm the critic? No.
Okay. I fucking hate movie critics, man. It's the worst.
I don't usually like follow directors and stuff, but
Yeah.
he's just been very consistent. So I'm like, if he puts something out, I usually make a point of watching it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone out there's seen Tenet. I highly recommend it, but it is, if anyone has figured it out yet, let me know. It's a mind fuck. Really good.
I'll watch it. I loved Inception. That shit got me real fucked
Okay,
up.
so think of Inception.
Should I watch this on
times
edibles?
a million on steroids times 1,000.
Should I watch it on edibles?
No.
Okay.
Be sober.
Okay.
And then watch it on edibles and a lot of stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
But the first time you've got to like let it run through.
Okay.
I think.
Is it on anything that I can watch right now? Like, is it on Netflix?
No. You'd have to pay for it.
Okay.
We can talk about the illegal options off camera. Off the camera that's not here.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so Tenet. Did you want to do the whiskey review now?
Yeah, we definitely should. I totally almost forgot about it.
You're fucking just slugging them back.
Yeah.
You're on your 4th drink already.
I know. That's a good fucking whiskey. I don't know if that's my headphones or what.
I just got that one now.
Yeah, you got that? It might be the headphones. Like just the connection.
I don't think they would hear.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I hope it's not the mic. You know, because that's what we're like. I'm hoping it's like the cable or like our
It's
connection.
probably your earphones.
That's what I'm.
I think that's the point of failure. I think it would be one of our earphones over this cable, which is brand new, or your mic.
Okay.
Would be my thought.
Okay. I'm just hoping it's not the input from the mic going through our headphones. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. I'm gonna reload my drink.
Yeah, reload
And,
it. You want to throw a couple cubes in mine while you're
Do
at
a
it,
proper review.
please?
I have a fridge that makes the ice automatically.
That's the best thing.
Not to brag or anything, but
Weird flex, bro.
yeah, I can afford a fridge that makes its own ice. But the point was, I didn't realize how often I was keeping the ice fresh. I went to like grab ice to refill for tonight's podcast.
Yeah.
And it was like all one frozen block. Because usually when I was drinking,
But
like
Your
you go
fridge
in, you
makes
grab
a
a
shit
couple
ton
ice.
of ice, though.
It does, and it does a good job of like keeping it fresh,
Yeah.
especially when you're grabbing a handful once or twice, 3 times, 4, 8 times a week,
Yeah.
and
You
keeping
mean
that
at
shit
night.
yeah, at nighttime prior to January.
On a Monday night.
That's discreet. How dare you? So yeah, the whole thing was like a fucking block of ice.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that's the one thing I like about your fridge. Because it's got the little ice tray in the bottom and it just plops out ice in that little fucking tray.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the best thing.
Handy
The
dandy.
one that's on like my parents' fridge is fucking dog shit.
Just fires them out at you.
No, it puts it in the smallest fucking tray in the door and you got to take it out. And it's like
not handy.
yeah, not handy at all.
Mhm.
And the ice goes bad real quick. I don't even use it anymore.
There's something because
so bad.
this is the second fridge that supposedly had bad ice.
No, this is the original.
Is this the same one?
Yeah.
For people
It's
that are
just
wondering
nobody
what the fuck we're
uses
talking-
the ice.
You're
I'm
like,
the
are
only
you guys
one.
seriously talking about ice fridges? Yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are
we
because
are.
there's
We're high class.
there's a fucking fridge at CJ's house that every time I ask for ice, he's
That's-
like, "Don't use it.
Don't
It's got
use it."
shitty ice." I'm
Yeah.
like, "How the fuck can the ice be
And
shitty?"
he grabs ice and he goes, "Yeah, that's shitty ice."
It's so weird.
It's just nobody
guys have
uses it though. And
You guys
like
have tried changing the filters. You
I've
guys have
trained
reset
it.
them, drained it, everything.
filter gets changed on a, if not on the like the timeline that it says on the filters
Mhm.
or sooner, because I use the fucking water fridge or fridge
Yeah.
water so often.
And it tastes. That's the weird thing. The water,
the water
coming out
tastes fine.
tastes fine. That same water is then making the ice, and
Yeah.
then the ice comes out, and it tastes. It's got
It's
such a
just
weird
like
taste.
freezer burnt.
It is freezer burn.
And I've cleaned so the only thing I haven't cleaned is the actual tray where it gets made. And that's because like if you're gonna take it out, you may as well fucking replace it. Because that's how much work it goes into
like you gotta take
to
the
make
whole
the
thing
cubes.
apart.
Yeah. And it's like it's not even worth it because I'm the only one that uses the ice. And that's just because I like my water cold. And I've got a 2-liter jug and I'd put ice in it. So
I've
it
never
stays
been an
cold.
ice and water guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I just like I don't like room temperature water. But now I have Yetis and
So you're happy.
it
all the
doesn't
time.
fucking matter.
You're
All day
always
it's
happy.
staying cold. It's fantastic. But yeah, I don't know what to do about that.
This whiskey is 8.4.
8.4.
It's fucking really good. This is an 8.4.
I'm going.
I prefer.
That's good.
I think this is really good. I prefer a different type of whiskey or bourbon, but this is a very, very good
I had to go 8.3.
product. 8 what?
3.
8.3?
Yeah. It's really good. But yeah, going off of what you said, how you like a different whiskey.
For any
So
rye,
do I.
for any rye drinker, this is fucking probably top notch. And
My God. The best rye I've had.
is this expensive or is it like standard price?
No. Standard price.
Yeah.
Like $40 a bottle. Canadian. You're listening somewhere else. But yeah, that Gibson 8-year, we got to bring it. Because we haven't
And it's
done
not a rye whiskey.
Did we do a review of that? No, I don't think so.
That was fight night. We'd have to go back and
I
listen.
don't think we did. I think reviews started after
we drank
that.
both. I think that was the
we
one
did the
right
12-year because we still had some because it wasn't very good.
You're right.
Actually, I think no,
and then
it was
we went
good.
back and drank
yeah,
it.
it was pretty good.
The 12 year is very good.
Yeah, but the 8-year is impeccable.
Yeah, I told you during dry January, my fucking father-in-law had a bottle of that.
Fucking bought it.
And
you drank it in front of you.
Drank it right in front of my face,
Yeah,
and then was trying to get me to break dry January. He's like, just go one extra day into February. I'm like, no,
that's not how it works.
Dare you?
Wasn't that like a week into January
like a
too?
weekend.
Yeah.
It was when I was at my weakest
Chris
moment.
still had the shakes.
Oh man, I was a good week shaking the cobwebs out of drinking.
Yeah.
And then after that, I felt great. It felt great right up until today. And now I feel like I need to quit again. Just kidding. I feel really good.
I feel good.
This is nice.
It's really nice. The second glass tastes even better.
People are like, guys, we get it.
Yes.
It tastes nice, but you got to understand.
It tastes nice.
It's the 5th of February. And that's as sad as this is to say, for me at least. This is the longest I've gone without drinking since I was 14. Now, there's a whole different conversation associated with that, but it's probably the longest time I've gone.
Mine's probably since I can't remember when I started losing weight. Probably. No, you know what?
You were like 14 when you started losing weight.
No.
15?
No, I think I was 16.
No way you were that old.
Yeah. I think I was grade 11. Grade 11. Because my grade 10 fucking ID for high school.
Yeah.
Dude, I was big. I had the roundest head known to mankind.
Well, you survived. Sans
Sort
diabetes.
of.
You didn't lose a foot. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't have diabetes back in the day. Actually, it wasn't sweets. Like, I liked ice cream. Still do. But, like, I just ate too much food at once. Like, I would have 3 meals.
I'm a fucking glutton.
Religiously, and all 3 meals would be ginormous.
I still eat like that.
I spread them out.
Yeah.
Although I did make a huge breakfast today, but it was more like a brunch.
That's okay, though. I try to eat as much as I can in one sitting because I know I'm going to be a few hours till my next one.
Okay.
I eat like a psychopath.
See, I try to eat every 2 hours.
Oh, I do not.
So like I have breakfast, lunch, dinner, but I'll have 2 snacks in between. So my breakfast, lunch, and dinner aren't as big. And then some nights I'll have like a protein shake late into the evening.
No exaggeration. There's probably been 5 or 6 times in the last month where I've eaten such a big first meal. I haven't eaten until 24 hours later.
Holy fuck. I don't know how my brother and my mom will wake up and not eat till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I could do that.
I'm right. Like Sundays, it's hard. And like I'm waking up at like 8, 9 o'clock. Noon is the first time I eat. And there are days where I wake up and I wake up starving. Like my body needs fuel.
Give us daddy fuel.
I've also tried to cut out a lot of bread. And Chris just shit himself.
Nope.
I really hope you heard that.
It didn't come through.
I really hope
you didn't need
it
to tell
did.
people on the radio. This is on an FM station.
Yeah, I've tried to cut out bread, so I'm not having like bread for breakfast or anything. The only bread type thing I'll have is like oatmeal or maybe cereal, but like shredded wheat type shit.
Do you hate not eating bread? How hard is it for you?
In the morning, sometimes it's hard because we always have like some nice bread, whether it's ciabatta or a nice Italian bread. So sometimes it's hard in the morning because that shit with some eggs, whew,
Yeah, it's over.
game over.
You don't even need to toast it. It's so fresh.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard, but I get over it. I'll have like a wrap or a sandwich maybe in the afternoon.
So you're just limiting your carbs.
Yeah. I just stopped having carbs in the morning sometimes. Again, like I'll have oatmeal or maybe a small bowl of cereal with a protein shake.
Do you find oatmeal turns your insides into cement?
No.
No?
Love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You put fruits and shit in it?
Sometimes.
Fancy.
I'll do so I always do like the quick Quaker Oats shit. I'll do a pack of the maple brown sugar and then a pack of like plain.
Do you add sugar to it when you do it too?
That's it.
Sure there's enough in it.
Yeah. It gets a little more bland, but like that's my thing. Like I'm going to have 2 packs. I'd rather have a pack of like just the oats and then a pack with like some sweetness in it.
I never really ate oatmeal or porridge as a kid because I was always eating like Frosted Flakes and shit.
Yeah.
And then like my dad'd be like,
Those
here,
are
have some
fantastic.
fucking porridge and stuff. And I'd eat it. I'd be like, there's nothing in here that's bad for me. I guess my body was like, this is gross. It's not
I
bad.
did that a lot with a lot of things though back in the day.
Yeah, I probably haven't had fucking oatmeal in a long time. It was never something part of my routine growing up. Did you eat it a lot growing up?
We would have
Or
like
did you start to implement it when you started losing weight?
no.
No, you always kind of had it?
Yeah. Oh, we always had it in the house, and my mom would make like porridge and shit. Like
Quaker Oats stuff?
yeah, like here and there,
fucking
especially in the
omelet on the
winter.
cover?
Especially in the winter, she would make it. That's the best. Little tablespoon of brown sugar, maybe some cinnamon.
You're sick.
Game over.
I do want to go back to the GameStop thing though. So
Okay.
they
We sidetracked
Yeah,
real bad.
that's okay. That's what the whole point of this
That's
is.
how my brain works.
That's how mine works too. I didn't even know I wanted to go back to it until just now.
Perfect.
So how about that one?
Yeah, I like it.
Hit you with a curveball.
Dry January really helped.
Yeah.
Didn't help me.
No, they still kept eliminating because I know we were talking about like how Robinhood was going to let them start buying and stuff like that again. They still limited the stocks all week across the board.
They literally stopped people from
TD
buying.
Ameritrade, Robinhood, and Citadel, I think. The 3 like major ones that anyone could buy and sell, they limited them so that they could let the billionaire hedge funds put more shorts on it because now they're going to make even more money.
Yeah.
Now that the stock has gone from $300 something down to fucking $63. So yeah, the whole game is just so fucking corrupt.
It's fucked.
And I still think, because they almost got caught with their pants down on this, I still think they're going to do some sort of regulation. Once the
it's just going to benefit them.
Once the dust kind of settles,
yeah,
they're still going to put in whatever regulations they were calling for.
Yep.
And freak the fuck out. They've also been doing this weird thing with silver all week where they've been trying to
go on, sorry.
But it's been a bit of fake news though. I don't know if you know that. So they're trying to say that it's Redditors that are pumping up silver.
Okay.
But it's not. It's like Google and shit like that. It's like a lot of companies that are part of like these fucking hedge firms are sort of dialing up the thing on silver and then everyone's buying it and they're blaming Redditors, but it's not the case.
So I heard when the GameStop stock fucking jumped, that silver ended up going up as well at the same time. And what people didn't realize or didn't know is that hedge fund or the hedge funds had a shit ton of stocks in silver.
Yeah, so
they like didn't lose as much as everyone thought that they were.
Yeah, and then if you've been watching the news the last week, I'm saying
fake news.
I watch news with a very Spockian and skeptical eyebrow because No. I mean, like when I see the headlines flash across and when you hear the media talk about it, I just watch it all as like, okay, what's the spin on this?
Yeah.
So, like you were saying, with them owning all those silver stocks, they were trying to be like, oh, look what the Redditors are doing in silver or whatever, and then trying to get more people to buy it. But when there's volatility in the market, to my very cursory understanding, commodities go up. Commodities are like gold, copper, silver, things that are tangible, because those things never really kind of lose their value.
Right.
In fact, they always kind of go up over time.
Yeah.
For anyone who's listening that understands what the fuck stocks are, if I fuck that up, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Hey, that's his understanding, and we know nothing.
Yeah, I'm almost certain that's it. So yeah, they were hedging their bets on silver, and it was going up, and everyone was blaming Redditors, and there was all these articles written. Meanwhile, there wasn't the Redditors. The Redditors were like, fuck this, we're holding the line on GameStop.
Yeah. And
we're buying Dogecoin or whatever the fuck it's called. I can't pronounce it properly.
I think it's Doge.
I think it's Doge, but I keep calling it Dodge because my brain doesn't read it like that.
Yeah.
It does not
I thought
work.
it was Dogcoin.
Dogcoin.
Yeah.
It's Doge because Doge is dog.
Yeah.
Anyway, this
Pretty
thing shouldn't
sure
even be
it's
worth
Doge.
a penny, but I like that it is. And Elon still tweeted. He tweeted about it last
he?
night. He's like, "You're welcome. Bring the world Dogecoin. Dogecoin's the people's currency. Fuck Bitcoin. Fuck Ethereum. Let's party."
Holy
I
fuck.
made up those last parts, but that's
Yeah,
what he's been on.
yeah,
That's been the
yeah.
rhetoric
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
last week and a bit.
Yeah. I didn't even know there was like that many. What's Bitcoin considered?
Crypto.
Cryptocurrency. I didn't know there was that many. I really only thought Bitcoin was the only one,
There is like probably a dozen.
and
like,
I really don't understand it.
so if you go on CoinSquare, which
Sure.
is a Canadian, basically market for crypto,
Okay.
there's 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sort of legitimate in quotation cryptos that they buy and sell on there.
Okay.
I think there's thousands of crypto coins.
I just don't understand. Like, what is crypto coin? Like,
Hmm.
what is it?
I have no idea.
Exactly. At least money.
Well, it's a technology based system that takes away from fiat currency. So fiat currency is like the Canadian dollar, tangible money. This is doing its own thing.
I just.
It's trying to get away from the current economic system because it fucks over a lot of people. So people are like, "Fuck this! I'll just make my own currency."
True.
It's
Totally.
kind of like that. There's way more involved than that.
I would imagine, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Bitcoin's worth almost 50 grand a coin.
yeah, that's insane. If the people that got in on that from the ground floor, kudos
And
to
this
you.
is why I'm telling everyone to buy Dogecoin at 6 cents Canadian.
Is
per
it
coin.
6 cents right now?
6 cents. It's been hovering between 5 and 7 cents.
It went last week. You said it was like 2.
It was.
Holy shit!
But like that was
Yeah.
previous to this whole like hysteria
Yeah.
before the revolution,
Yeah, before the ref.
comrade. Previous to the revolution, it was like almost less than a penny or like
Yeah, yeah.
around a penny.
Yeah.
So it's still up like 50, 60, 70%. Like it's up a fuckload. So if you bought in at that time, the fact that people even bought it at that time, because it was literally started as a joke, is impressive. I'm sure they're happy.
Yeah. Fuck.
So yeah, there's 11 that you can trade on there. Bitcoin's the highest at 48,000. The next highest is 2,200 bucks for Ethereum, which I have heard of before, but I don't know a whole ton of history on it.
That's insane. 50 G's for pretty much one coin.
It's no joke.
That is fucked.
But the nice thing about cryptocurrency is that it takes you away from people fucking with your money in theory, right? So
sure.
like the markets are, as we know now, we knew before, but it's very obvious now. The markets are manipulated. Dollars can be inflated, deflated based on what the markets are doing, based on certain economic policies. These things are like basically purely consumer driven. So if enough people want the coin and it's worth X amount, then that's what it costs.
Yeah.
And it can't be fucked with too much. And a lot of the higher ups don't like it because they don't understand it.
I
Including
don't
myself, but that's the reason I like it.
Yeah.
I like it because I don't understand it.
I like
never
it
liked
that all
the
these
stock market
fucking-
because I didn't understand it.
Fucking assholes controlling the stock market got fucked.
didn't.
I take great joy out of that.
I like
yeah,
it.
but they
I
kind
like
of
the
did.
idea.
They panicked.
They got scared,
Oh yeah, big time.
but they won.
Like watching that interview of one of the CEOs of
Shit himself.
oh dude, just so flustered, didn't know what to say, was like stumbling over all his words. Like on national TV was the greatest thing. Like, you're an idiot. You don't even know what you're talking about.
They're assholes.
Yeah, you still have billions of dollars. Shut your mouth.
Anyway,
Let us get a W for once.
Dogecoin, the people's currency.
The people's currency.
That's the way to go. This.
Yeah, that's
my
good,
God.
man. It is good.
So yeah, I don't know if you would been keeping up, but yeah, I saw you did see that silver thing.
I was talking to my dad about it for a little bit. My dad knows a fair bit about like stocks and shit like
I
that.
would think so.
So he was giving me the rundown a little bit.
What did he make of all this? Which sort of side of the fence did he stand? I'd
He
be
thought
curious.
I think he was like on our side. Like it
I think
was
most people
nice to
thought,
see
yeah,
that
people
these,
were
these
kinda doing their own
assholes
thing.
are getting it.
Yeah,
You know,
because
which fuck you.
yeah, fuck you. That's
Let,
why
let us have our fun.
our friend
And why
Mackenzie-
can't we? Why don't we have the option to like trade and do what and have like do what we want to do?
Yeah,
Sorry, because you're not going to make millions and we are.
Yeah.
Eat shit, motherfucker.
I agree. Totally.
Suck my ass.
Our
That's
friend,
my new favorite thing.
suck my ass.
Suck my ass.
I've never been a lover of suck my ass.
It's coming around on me lately.
I did see someone say, like, it was a girl. She's like, guys, if you like getting your dick sucked so much, why do you use it as an insult? I was like,
Yeah,
that's a
true.
fucking fair point.
Yeah, true.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Our friend Mackenzie sent me a meme. It was last week, and it was it was a clip from a Dave Chappelle show clip.
Yeah.
And it was like, why are millennials shorting hedge funds? Because fuck them, that's why. And I couldn't agree wholly.
Yeah,
I think that's basically it. It's like, people are like, fuck it. Let's party naked.
God.
But
I
a
love
lot
the
of
comedy
people
scene right
did
now.
not hold the line, or a lot of people lost their money.
Okay, I heard a lot of people that invested in that, and they're like, dude, why would I hold out? Because you hold
There's no
out.
point. You're
Dude.
holding out for the point of it. You're
Yeah,
not holding
but-
out to make.
but
If
what-
you want to make money,
Are you going to trust everybody else that fucking bought in on that? Hell no.
let's try and run some.
Hell
math
no,
here.
I'm not going to fucking trust that motherfucker who bought at the same time I did to hold his fucking money.
No.
He's selling that shit.
Yeah, for
and
sure
so
he
am
is.
I.
Yeah. So if you bought in a big, let's say it was $50, right?
Yeah.
If you used your $600 stimulus check that the U.S. government sent you,
Yeah.
600 divided by 50, you got 12 shares.
Okay.
I think 12 shares times $357. It's $4,000. So you made $4,000 on your $600 investment, and there was people pumping thousands
Yeah.
into that. Like, there was people that made millions. There was a dude that fucking took out a mortgage on his parents' home
Holy shit.
and fucking dumped it all on GameStop right at the start and fucking made
Holy
millions.
fuck.
How a 22-year-old is allowed to pull out a fucking second mortgage on a home that you
Dude,
don't own
he's got to have some fucking.
is insane.
Yeah.
Now, this is all cursory knowledge. I haven't read too much into this, obviously. As if I have to keep stating this for people.
Yeah.
Like, my understanding is that if I owned my house and I want to take a second mortgage out on it, I feel like I should be the only one that's allowed to do that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he's probably like power of attorney or
Something happened.
like, or
He forged documents. Either way,
he might have.
Either
Or he
way,
got his parents' permission.
he fucking
Hey, he did
him and
it.
his family millions.
Good for him.
And I think he's been donating a lot to like children and shit like that. He's been doing good shit with it.
Okay, well, good for him.
Yeah, he's been a cool fucking 22-year-old about it.
I like how
A lot
everybody.
cooler than I think I would have been at 22 about it.
Yeah, same. Because that's just where I was getting at. Because everybody gives these YouTubers and streamers and all these other people that get fame like super, super young. And
What do you expect?
because they make dumb choices or they did the wrong thing they shouldn't have done. Like, whatever it is.
I
And
know
it's like,
people that
dude-
still shit on Justin Bieber for shit they did when he was 14.
I don't even remember what the fuck that kid did when he was 14, but
Exactly.
good for him for all
But
the
again,
fucking success
14,
he
you have
fucking
$200
had.
million. What the fuck do you think? He
Dude.
actually did pretty well, all things considered. He's still alive. He's still making
Yeah,
quality
still
music.
Like the one thing that I hear with
found Jesus.
performers and shit like that, especially musicians, is once they're not performing anymore, like things kind of settle down a little bit. They get so depressed because at such a young age they have this high of going on
Yeah,
stage
it
and
makes
shit.
total sense.
Yeah, and then they just fall into a depression, and that's where a lot of the drug use comes in.
And you spend through your money.
Yeah, you blow your money on fucking everything and anything to try to fucking bring that back to life. But dude,
He's done really well.
if I was early 20s and I had millions of dollars to throw around and do whatever,
If
dude,
you were
we
early
would-
20s and you had $60,000 to throw around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, but like
Think about it.
if
like,
to throw around, yeah.
Just to throw around and have
Yeah,
fun
yeah,
with?
yeah. We would have had some.
It would have been fucking
We would
dead.
have been going to Vegas, like,
Yeah.
oh man,
It would have been dumb, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is everyone fucking rails on these people. Like,
But-
what the fuck?
but
Leave them alone.
I feel a lot of people just need somebody to fucking hate on. It's
Yeah.
like, why though?
You know, it's funny you say that. Is I've been meaning to bring this up for a while. So I feel like a lot of people that are fucking pissed off in their lives just love to fucking like get excited when
Yeah,
they think that someone else's life is about to suck too.
yeah, I agree with that.
So my neighbor,
sure,
when he found out that we were having a kid, he was like excited, but not for like the reasons that like a normal, happy, healthy individual would
Yeah.
be. Would be like, oh wow, congratulations! Like, you're gonna love it. Kids
Yeah.
are great.
I think
He-
I'm more excited than you are.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Like,
I'm
because you're a
probably not, but-
normal fucking
Yeah.
human, right?
Yeah,
So he got excited because he thought that my life was about to suck now, like his.
No, yeah, no, definitely not.
And I don't understand that mentality of people that are like,
And neither do I. But
and he's made several comments to me about I'm whispering as if he's
Hey.
here.
Yeah, he's listening.
He's made several
he's got
comments
one
to
of
me
those
like,
sound
it's like,
things.
do whatever you got to do before you have kids. That's what they say, blah, blah, blah. And he's like giddy with when he says it. I'm like, dude, I'm
sorry you missed out on half your life or whatever,
just
bro.
because you're fucking not looking at this with a fucking silver lining.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I'm going to do that. But
just because you hate your wife and you don't like your kids.
Exactly.
Like you hate your job.
I love my wife and
shut up.
I'm sure I'll like
mind
my
your
kid.
business. You won't know till you meet them, right?
I haven't met them yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm gonna keep it open.
Yeah,
First impressions are big for me.
Hey, they really are. If he doesn't say a lot when you first meet him, it's kind of downhill from there, right?
So you have the Freudian he as well. I say that too, and I think that's a guy thing.
What?
Like when you refer to my baby, because we don't know what it is.
Oh yeah.
Right? You've been saying like you haven't met him yet.
It just comes out.
That's what I do too.
Yeah.
I just think it's interesting.
It just comes out.
I wonder if it's like a guy specific thing, and like girls are like, oh, when she comes,
probably
because you probably just refer to it as yourself, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It just comes out. I call girls dudes, and
I call my wife bro, and she hates that.
Well, you should have told me that. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, what's up, bro?"
I don't think she would care if you did it.
Okay,
but for some reason, she's got this weird idea in her mind that if
you say it,
if the love of your life does it, it's somehow
it ain't right.
I just like saying it.
It just comes
it's
up.
A term of endearment.
Yeah, I don't know. I say like bro and dude, guy, like
man,
whatever it is. Like it just comes out. It just
happens.
Like right there.
Yeah, just happens across the line.
Yeah, it like man, if you.
But I've been.
It's like when people get offended about dumb shit like that. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but it just came out, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Give us a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find better things to worry about.
I've been trying to pay attention to I like to sit back and watch how people sort of fucking act sometimes.
Yeah.
And I've been paying a lot of attention.
People watch.
Yeah, I do too. But I've been noticing more. Like people getting like a lot of people just like to wallow in other people's fucking misery. They think that your life is about to suck. That's the only time that they're like excited.
Yeah.
And it's fucking
weird.
It's fucking creepy.
I don't like it. I don't understand it.
It's easy to say like, if you don't like your life, change it. And I like for sure, like there's a lot of things that people feel like stuck and whatever.
Yeah.
But you can still make changes to like improve your well-being. Like you can
100%.
do a lot of things with like your spouse, whatever the fuck, like
whatever
to make things better. You don't have to just fucking sit there and be miserable about it.
Yeah.
And
figure out why you're so fucking miserable.
It might be
and
you.
Work on it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think a lot of the times it is them.
I think so. I think it's a mentality thing a lot of the time.
100%. And
I like realizing this as I'm going along, because I'm sure I was like that for a lot of years. Like a lot of years I spent angry, and not anymore. I'm just like, fuck. What's there really to be angry about?
Angry?
Huh?
I don't really remember you angry.
No. It wasn't like, but like internally.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think everybody goes through a little
period for sure. Like I'm not saying I
don't get like,
yeah,
especially nowadays, because so much is done over like internet and behind a screen.
Yeah.
I think it's more pronounced nowadays than it ever has been. Like there's people that just go on the internet, just talk shit. It's like, why? Like,
what are you getting out of that?
Yeah, seriously. Like,
yeah.
I personally, I don't understand it.
No, I've never been a big fan of that. But it's easy to get like sucked in when your life fucking sucks. But like, even if your life sucks, it doesn't really suck. Like you're standing on the right side of the ground.
Yeah.
It's a good start.
Yeah. That's literally
and
the
if
best
you
start
live in
you
Canada
got.
or North America or pretty much any one of like 50 or 60 different countries on the planet,
yeah,
you fucking did pretty well for yourself. Just by
even then,
there.
but you can change a lot of that. Like
Sure.
it's definitely really hard right now with the state of the world. But
yeah,
again, there's little things that you can change.
Yeah, I like it.
One being stop talking so much shit.
Well, I'm not gonna shit.
Well, I won't stop talking shit either, but like I'm not gonna prey on people's downfalls and
no, people fuck up.
Nah, dude.
Because I've made so many fucking mistakes. I wouldn't want someone to fucking rail on me every time. Like, there's shit that I still like think about driving and want to punch a hole through my windshield of shit that I've done like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
like totally different person, not even the same person. If I met that person on the street, I wouldn't even know them.
Yeah, 100%.
And I still get mad about that.
Yeah, but if shit happens, you gotta.
Well, exactly. But my point is like, everyone's like that. Everyone's got
Yeah.
their own, like, so don't fucking keep piling on people when they're fucking down.
Yeah, just
So he says this fucking shit. I'm like, it's cool, man.
hey, bro.
I'm just gonna keep on coasting. Wait till you see what happens this summer. It's gonna get a whole lot happier over here. You're gonna be
it's
looking over
gonna
the
be
fence.
real happy.
You're gonna see how happy it's gonna be.
Yeah.
The sun's gonna be out. We're gonna have friends over.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be a little person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're gonna be like, oh, our lives didn't magically
Little
start to
potato
suck
with
once we
hands and
have-
feet running around.
Yeah.
Actually, we won't be running
No.
around, but
Support the neck, apparently. That's what I keep getting told.
I don't know if you have to do that. It should be able to support its own.
Also, apparently not supposed to shake babies.
I don't know. That's what they say.
Yeah, I think you should shake your
Put
cats
them on
and
a roller
dogs just to
coaster. Put
test
them on
it out
the
first.
wooden roller coasters at Wonderland.
Wild beast.
I'm pretty sure I
Come off there
lost
with
half my
fucking
brain because of
cerebral
those.
palsy. Those things are fucking brutal.
The wooden ones are the worst
You don't notice how bad they are until you're like,
until you get on it and then ride a real one, or the steel ones.
Yeah.
and it's
Smooth.
night and day, dude.
those steel
Still
ones
a
go
little
really
rough, but,
fast.
like-
At times, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe just because you're going
Like a
so
little-
fucking fast. It's when was the last time you've been on a wooden roller coaster? I was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, probably around the same time.
And previous to that, I was a teenager. And when you're a teenager, you don't notice it. You're just like,
Oh, I hated the wooden. Okay, so
When you're in your 20s, you're like, ow, ow. It's
here's
like,
a
"Ah,
fun
ah."
fact. So we went down to Disney when I was like, I think the first time I went was grade 4, grade 5, if I'm not mistaken. And I was so jacked. I'm like, I'm gonna ride all these fucking roller coasters. And then I don't know what happened in my head, whether I saw something, watched something, heard something, whatever it was, read something. But I got it in my head that like roller coasters are the dangerous thing ever.
Like it was
And,
like it was a
wouldn't-
bad idea.
Yeah, like what, like terrified going on them. I did a lot, like some of like the smaller ones, like no loops, nothing crazy.
Mhm.
The one I really wanted to do was Rock and Roller Coaster down in Disney, which is like you start out
I've been on it.
0 to 60 in like
Literally.
0.2 seconds.
It's like a bullet.
Yeah, it's fucked. Wanted to do that. Dad did it by himself because nobody else wanted to do it, and I just got too scared. Space Mountain, almost didn't do that. Glad I did. And then it wasn't until maybe high school I went to Wonderland with Audrey, and I'm like, I don't really do roller coasters, not my thing. But I'll come for the day, whatever. I'll eat my brains out, whatever.
I'll eat funnel cake.
Yeah, eat my sorrows away. And then she would always ask me, like, you want to come on this one? You want to come on this one? I'm like, fuck it. I'll do it. Let's go. And after that, you couldn't get me off them.
Yeah.
It was like,
Once
don't
you
know.
realize they're
I-
fun, you're like,
like-
oh my God, why didn't I like these?
now water slides are different. Had a bad experience when I was younger. Will never touch a water slide.
I used to like water slides until about, I think we were like 21. We went to a wedding in Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
And it was a new resort too. So
Yeah.
it's not like this is old technology. There was a water park on there, and it was the sketchiest fucking shit I've ever been on in my life. Like
Really?
anytime so I used to go to Wonderland a lot as a kid. Back to what you're saying. I spent a lot of years, my early years, being terrified of roller coasters. Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like I would be like petrified, like, no, I'm not going to go in. Everyone would go on. I'd be like, like,
Probably should have went.
Probably should have gone. No, but I spent,
See, I didn't really feel like I was missing anything. Like a little bit, but
yeah, that little feeling.
it did. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it didn't really kill me. That I was like, oh, I'm missing out on all this.
Yeah.
I was
but
like, whatever.
Luckily, I found them before high school, so
yeah,
just
you
a
had
little
that-
bit.
Yeah.
So I would go to Wonderland every year and do like the morning, we get there first thing, do all the roller coasters, afternoon, spend it in the water park. So I loved water slides.
hmm
And that same mentality going back when I'm 21, we go to this fucking water park in Dominican Republic, dude. Like almost flying out of the slides. Like
Dude, yeah,
the
yeah.
engineering specs
Was not good.
not up to Canadian standards.
Yeah.
That I'm certain of.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know the blue ones that are like racer slides? And they look like
They
little,
got like a little hump.
little humps.
Yeah. You flew off that.
Oh, catching air. I'm not exaggerating. Antonia, she'll tell you this story after. She was in tears. So we didn't like, usually on those things, like you want to throw yourself off
Yeah.
because
You
like,
wanna get more speed.
You want to get to speed because you want to race.
Yeah.
So we stood like sitting upright and just slid down. And she started off ahead of me. And she said I went flying back past her like a bullet. And dude, and I'm holding onto the side trying to slow myself down, and I'm still catching air over every up. flying. We were watching people after that didn't know that you shouldn't start with any extra speed. Man, there was people catching like fucking 10 feet of air off of his face. It was psychotic.
I don't know why I find that so funny because like I hate water slides.
It was insane.
Oh my god.
So there was three slides, maybe 4 at this place. So there's the racing ones.
Yeah.
Like, holy fuck, like that's sketchy for sure. All the other 2 or 3 that we did, equally as sketchy. like the ones that like, you know, that have the high sides because like you're gonna do like slaloms in the corner.
Yeah, you're going far.
Almost getting launched out of those, man.
Dude, that's what happened to me.
It's fucking horrifying.
So
then like the first one that hits, you're like, oh fuck, like how much longer, how many more fucking are these gonna happen? You're like, I'm gonna die in this thing.
Yeah. That's what happened with me, man. So we used to go to this water park in New Brunswick. Wasn't a big water park, but it had been around for years. And
1960s engineering.
Yeah, so they had like little like carpets that you could ride on. Again, you go faster.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was a big boy, so got some momentum going with me. So like I would just do like the small, like little straight one, like fuck it, I don't really give a shit. We're just chilling. And then my cousin and my brother would always do like the other ones. And both my cousin and my brother maybe weighed 80 pounds soaking wet. I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to do the straight one, but I'll do the little twirly one. So I did it without the little carpet thing. Fucking almost got stuck. Like going so fucking slow.
Yeah.
Then, so I grab a fucking carpet and away we go. And dude, I was fucking hauling ass and again, almost fucking flew out of the corner. I'm like, fucking hell, I ain't doing that shit again.
Yeah.
No way you're catching me on there. So I would just chill. You guys
water slides are fucking sketchy.
Man, again, you pick up a little too much speed.
It's over.
Yeah, that's it, man.
And I think right around the time that we did these water slides, it might have been just before, just after. But a fucking kid in like Oklahoma or some shit was on a water slide and got fucking decapitated.
What?
Yeah.
What did he do? Put his head up at the entrance?
There was something like the way thing moved. There was some kind of net at the bottom that was like a certain height. I don't know why they had it. And they went up too high on one side, like where you're about to fly out of the fucking thing. And the kid's head happened to be there and fucking, whoop. And there's 3 other people sitting in the fucking tube with him. Can you imagine being on that fucking ride?
Timmy's head is just not on his body anymore.
All of a sudden fucking gone.
Holy
You want to talk about fucking traumatic experiences?
Yeah, I ain't going down that thing again.
No. And if you see the thing, it was like this like super steep. It looked like the Superman roller coaster, but water slide style.
Jesus.
It's like no wonder someone died on that.
Dude, some of the water slides are insane. Like they got the platform and you stand on. The guy
just,
always drops it at like 1.
Yeah.
It just like opens up and then you just fucking fall and just shoot down this thing.
You can do that in Bahamas, Atlantis.
There's so many, yeah.
And it shoots you through a shark tank. Yeah.
I'll pass.
So there's like a lazy river that'll take you through the same shark tank. I've done it.
Okay.
It's fucking pretty cool.
I like lazy rivers.
So it's like this lazy river, like rapid ride, and then it ends and you go through the middle of the shark tank and there's fucking like 12-foot nurse sharks swimming around and stuff.
That's crazy.
But then there's also one that goes through it where it's like, you know, those suicide ones that are like fucking straight down.
Yeah.
So you can go like a fucking bullet
like
through
a
shark tank and go flying
on water.
In a tube in Bahamas.
Yeah. I'll pass.
Into a shark tank. Yeah. Seems like a good idea on paper, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Cool thing about that fucking place. Me and my cousin, we were standing off to the side, like watching people do the thing. And there's this, we were like right on the edge of the shark tank. And it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's at like the top of a hill because it's like staggered. So like if you're down below, it's all glass. You can see into it. But we were up at the top. So it's just like the surface layer. And you can see the sharks. So we're standing there and one of the like trainers, I guess. I don't know if sharks have trainers or whatever the fuck. But an employee of the shark tank.
Yeah. Probably
so,
marine neurologist or whatever they're called.
Nope. Some fucking dude named Limden from Bahamas.
Okay. He just works at the resort.
He just works at the resort. He's like, you want to touch
marine biologist is what I meant, not neurologist.
I think I know what you meant. He's a shark neurologist. He's a shark therapist. So right at sort of this, so the whole tank is like a big rectangle. You got a picture, big square, and sort of on the side is like this 20 feet by like 10 feet honestly like a 3-foot shallow alcove. It seems like really out of place.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "You guys want to touch some sharks?" We're like, "Fuck, I don't know. I'm 17.
Maybe.
It seems like a good idea."
Yeah. I guess. Do you?
We're like, "Cool." So he's like, "Come here." So we jump into the shark tank, into this 3-foot alcove. There's like, if we wanted to, we could just swim with all the sharks. He's like, "Just hang out here for a second." And no joke, like 2 seconds later, a fucking 12-foot nurse shark just comes up and jumps into this like shallow spot right beside us. Like fucking right beside us. He's like, they come up here to like mate and like just like cool off and hang out. Whatever the fucking reasoning was, they literally just come up there to chill. And then another one
for
comes
his therapy session.
and we fucking are touching nurse sharks standing 3 feet of water at a resort in Bahamas.
That's kind of fucking cool though.
It was pretty crazy. But you're not like, that's not like something you pay extra to do.
No.
Like we were literally just standing there without our adult
you were just
supervision.
You were just in the right place at the right time.
Like, "Hey, check this out.
Hey guys.
You kids want to see a dead body?" It was like that.
That's hilarious. Oh my God.
Fucking
I loved it when
wild times.
The Toronto Zoo had their little like petting thing, and they had like sharks, stingrays. I can't remember. There was a couple other things in there, but yeah.
Usually horseshoe crabs.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just remember sharks and stingrays being in this like, again, like little 3-foot.
Put your hand in there and touch them.
Yeah.
They feel weird. Like stingrays almost feel like silk.
Yeah.
They're super smooth.
Yeah. Same with sharks.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
A little tougher. Not like tougher, but like they've got more like a rubber, like there's more of a grip to them, I should say.
Yeah.
Where like if you touch a stingray, like your hand would slip off, but like a shark, you feel like you could almost grab.
Yeah.
If you needed to. Not that you should ever grab a shark by the tail.
No, you might want to. You're trying to go somewhere quick.
Yeah.
In the water.
Yeah, so that was at the Atlantis.
We
weren't staying there. We were at the resort beside it.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can go
Still.
over and do day shit, but it was like, holy fuck. I don't even think I was 17. I think I was 16.
Still.
And my parents weren't around. I'm getting into a shark tank. Literally the shark tank at Atlantis.
That's hilarious.
With some guy named Lyndon.
Yeah.
So everyone in Bahamas is
what you didn't know is that guy didn't work there. He did not work there. He got fired 2 years ago for doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, he actually has schizophrenia and thinks he still works there, and they just like put up with him. A few children got bit, and what I thought,
are nurse sharks like chill though?
Okay, so this was the lie I was told by Lyndon.
They're not gonna bite you, but meanwhile,
well, apparently they're like super docile, like you said.
Sure.
Which I think, for the most part, I think most sharks are actually technically docile.
They put cocaine in the fucking water.
Yeah, so they were cool. Like when we were with them, no problems at all. So I had this myth in my head, and then I went to Bahamas like a year later, and we went on a snorkeling trip. And we were like, part of the snorkeling trip was like, you're going to swim with sharks in the open water.
Yeah.
In Shark Alley, where Discovery filmed Shark Week.
Don't fucking touch them.
Yeah. So, no, like that was like super serious. But anyway, our guide there, this fucking dude, he was awesome with us all day. And he was talking as we were like on our way out to like the first spot. You go to like 3 or 4 locations.
Yeah.
On our way out, he's like, he had like this scar. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been bit by a shark twice." I'm like, "Oh fuck. Like that's crazy." And he said it was a nurse shark. I'm like, "I thought they were like cool or whatever." He's like, "No, they fucking bite people all the time." So I knew that information after I was like jumping in a tank with Lyndon. After. Yeah. And Lyndon's like, "No, they're docile, they're cool." I'm like, "Oh yeah, they're like puppy dogs. Yeah, fucking 12-foot puppy dogs."
A year later, you learn that they're
I'm on a boat in the same country, staying at the same resort. Talking to a guy who's also from that country with 2 scars on his body from fucking diving with nurse sharks and getting bit.
But you gotta imagine though, those nurse sharks are there and like with like the people are going by them day in, day out. They could be putting something in the water where they're like, "Oh, fucking dumb them down a little bit."
I don't think they do. I don't think they need to.
They might.
They're not dolphins. Dolphins have like brains and can think, so they need like Prozac.
Have brains.
Okay,
come on.
What I mean is like thinking brains. Sharks are just like, yeah. I'm being super fucking ignorant towards sharks right now.
Okay.
So dolphins and orcas and shit have brains that think. They like have the same bigger brains than us.
Yeah.
They like talk and shit.
Well, maybe
sharks.
Not
what they do
yours.
is they swim around. Head. What's that? I didn't hear that actually. I was too busy talking.
Maybe not you though. You got a big head.
Yeah, definitely not me. It's amazing. This head's this big, but the brain matter is actually so small.
There's nothing fucking in there. You want some more ice?
Fuck yeah. I'll just bury this. So sharks, they just
more?
Sure.
Yeah.
They just swim around,
More?
and they're just like, oh, fish, eat. Keep swimming. Oh, dead thing, chew on. Oh, this
human.
But
love me.
Orcas
human.
and dolphins are like, oh, that's my mom. That's my thing. I have a fully functioning brain. How would I talk to you? Oh, you have a different accent where you live? That's cool. We're also fucking dolphins.
Yeah.
So those animals, they give fucking Prozac and a whole bunch of fucking medicines to because they're depressed and they want to kill themselves.
Yeah.
But sharks swimming around that tank, they don't need to give them shit because they're just fucking swimming around. They don't give a fuck. Like sometimes I go up on this alcove, I catch some shade.
A couple people touch me, whatever.
Yeah, some 16-year-olds jump in the tank. They say, what's up? I say, what's up? And then just keep on swimming around.
But all I'm saying is, though, like, when you're in the ocean or whatever, they're probably not used to having people swimming around with them. So you're best off just, like, not even coming close. But at the resort, because there's people swimming around doing all this other shit beside them, they're kind of used to it.
See, I still don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think a shark differentiates the difference.
Okay.
In my mind.
Okay.
I totally get what you're saying. And that's probably true. Like what you're saying.
I have no fucking clue. I'm just saying.
It sounds right.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Like they're used to seeing
in my head, that's where
yeah. But I don't think sharks have ever like, oh, I'm used to seeing people. I'm not going to bite his leg today. I think if they decide to bite your leg today, they just bite your leg today.
Eat your leg.
Whereas like a dolphin's like, I know what people are. And if I bite his leg, I know it's bad. And I also, if I feel like biting his leg, I know the consequences of that.
I'm going to eat his leg.
But a shark doesn't know the consequences of eating my leg. They're just like,
no,
leg,
he's hungry.
Bite. It's like, that
food.
That looked tasty.
I'm big. Yeah. I eat.
Have you met Lyndon? He's the trainer.
he gets us our food.
By the way, this
okay,
is
hang on.
Super generalization, but most people in Bahamas you meet that are guys are named Lyndon, by the way.
Okay.
Is like, no
Good
joke, like, when I was there, I would say 4 out of every 15 guys you meet are named Lyndon. Maybe more.
That's great.
Maybe a higher percentage.
That's a popular name. Or do
yeah,
you
it
think
was like
it
was one of their first prime ministers or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And like he was like revered throughout the country. So like there's like a generation of men
that are just
everyone's named Lyndon.
That is crazy.
Like I met.
That's like if everybody's name was Abe.
Yeah.
Abraham.
Yeah. Back in the day, everyone loved Abe. Yeah. Poor bastard got shot in the head. Idiot.
Fucking dummy.
Fucking
suicide. Why would you do that?
Suicided himself.
Yeah.
It's a false flag.
Fucking Nimrod. Idiot.
Yeah. Just when the show can't get any dumber.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Different taxi drivers there and back. Lyndon. Most bartenders. Lyndon. People that tell you get into Shark Tanks. Lyndon. It's really cool. They're all super friendly.
Yeah.
Love them.
Now, are nurse sharks, like, are their mouths, like, kind of, like, on their belly? Isn't there a shark that's like that?
It's not like a forward-facing mouth. Yeah, I would say yes to that question.
Because, like, a hammerhead, like, it's got the little hammerhead part. Mouth is still kind of there, but you can kind of fight it off better than a fucking gray white or tiger shark.
But apparently, they attack people all the time.
Well, I bet you all the sharks fucking...
But they are a bottom feeder. Here's the motherfucker's mouth right there. So I would say, yeah, it's kind of down.
Not really.
But not like super down.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They look fucking... They look like the dumb sharks of the waters.
And I think that's why they bite people. Because they're like, stop calling me dumb. I'm smarter than you think. They're really sensitive.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just like to chill. Yeah. Apparently. Cool. They're huge.
I wonder if Lyndon's had any issues with sharks biting people.
100%. But that shit doesn't get released because the Atlantis is like, hey, do you want to come here?
We'll pay you
6 times a year for free for the rest of your life. And people are like, yeah, I don't need to tell the press.
Yeah, sure.
I would take that deal in a heartbeat. Yeah. Like, we'll give you $1,000 at the casino.
If you're paying my flights,
do you like Russian women? Good. We'll give you some of those.
Nah, sorry, I'm more in
whatever you
Australia.
Need. Do you like Armenians?
More into the Chernobyl folk.
I prefer mine with like a slight birth defect, like not like a full one that's really obvious, but like they have like a second pinky. Only on one hand, not both, because that'd be weird. But like just like a subtle second pinky, just the sixth.
I went through a phase 1
Were
year.
you really in the amputees?
No. No, but don't look at my
that's
history.
so weird that you would.
Don't look at my history.
It's so weird. We finish each other's sentences.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's like we're twins. God. Oh shit.
Sorry, go on.
No, I went through a phase where I was watching a lot of shit on like Chernobyl, and at the time there was like Chernobyl movie like coming out like
It was so hot right now, as Bruno would say. Chernobyl was the in thing.
Yeah, there was like three movies like released in a year.
This is like a 2014 thing, I think. Maybe even earlier. Yeah,
maybe. But there was one movie. I
What year
can't.
did that movie come out?
It was just there was like two scary.
It was
ones.
called Chernobyl, the scary one.
Yeah, I think they were all like called Chernobyl. But yeah, there was one. But like I watched other ones and like, dude, like legit found videos.
Another one came out last year
of people, like regular people, filming their like trip to Chernobyl, and they had radiation.
Chernobyl Diaries 2012.
That might have been it.
It was like a found footage movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was. But yeah, I ended up like
doing a deep dive on Chernobyl.
Yeah, not even like a deep dive, just like looking at images of Chernobyl like at that time. And dude, that's fucking shit's crazy.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
You can go there. If you go
Is
to
it
Ukraine.
fine now? I thought
it's not fine, but
I thought radiation levels were down now.
In certain
enough.
You can still go into certain spots.
Yeah, but before it was like you couldn't, like back then. Like it was like a fucking no-go zone.
It's still highly irradiated. And like prolonged exposure is not recommended, but you can go there and be relatively fine.
It's fucking crazy to think
But like,
about.
yeah, it's fucking crazy. One of the best.
I would love to watch that new one that came out. We should have a movie night.
Have you the new one that came out? I was wrong.
Oh.
Well, it did come out last
God
year.
Damn it, Chris.
But it was on HBO. Did you watch it about Chernobyl? Like it was an HBO miniseries on the actual thing.
No, I don't think so. I might have.
It was all like based. You should watch it.
Okay,
They're really good.
I'll watch it.
But it was like the events of what actually happened.
Okay,
it was phenomenal.
Yeah,
I think it's fucking terrifying.
Maybe I did watch it. I remember you telling me about this. I might have watched it. I'll watch it again.
Tony would have watched it. It like freaked her out.
Really?
And it's like it's not a scary thing. It's like it's just this is what happened. This is how the meltdown happened. This is how they cleaned it up. This is all the things that they did, and it's fucking insane. Just the true no bullshit story is more insane than any like horror movie you could write. Because it's actually scarier.
Isn't there a nuclear plant down in Oshawa?
There's one in Pickering. There's one in Ajax.
Pickering.
There's one in Pickering. There's one in Oshawa.
Okay.
There's one in Kincardine.
If one of those had fucking crazy shit happen,
we're done. We don't live here.
We're fucking Chernobyl.
Toronto is Chernobyl.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's a huge radius.
Isn't there a big issue out in
Japan?
No. Here, like Port Hope or one of. It's not Port Perry. It might be Port Hope. Somewhere in around that area, I think there's a problem with like contamination and all this shit.
Would not even be surprised a little bit.
Because we had a photojournalist come in.
Pickering should have been closed, I think, a couple years ago, and they've extended it for another 10 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Because we had a photojournalist come through. I think he lived in the town that all this shit is happening. It went to like Africa and all this shit to like document all these crazy fucking things happening. Came back, he's like, okay, fuck this, because what I didn't know at the time, and before going through school, I would say a couple of years before that, like being a photojournalist in my eyes was like, yo, that's fucking dream right there. Mm-hmm. Traveling, making a shit ton of money, doing all this crazy shit. One, you don't make a shit ton of money. Two,
you could die.
What I didn't know is that the people that send you out there, from hearing it from a photographer, it's like they don't give a shit. They only care about the content that you're bringing back, whether you come back with it or not.
They could give less of a fuck.
They just want the shit that you have.
They
don't care if you physically come back.
They don't care.
They just want your content.
You're a contractor.
So, yeah.
Before the Taliban cuts off your head, make sure you put them on a thumb drive and upload it and email it to us.
Yeah.
And it actually make it.
Leave it here for somebody like
wherever you need to leave it.
The stories this guy said and like told us was fucking insane. Like, hey, fuck that. I'm out. Somebody else can do that shit.
So up until when was the tsunami in Japan?
That shit's crazy.
So Fukushima, the one that got racked by the tsunami in Japan, whatever fucking year that was. Chernobyl was the worst nuclear disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Fukushima is way worse than Chernobyl and still uncontained. And it doesn't even like make.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this photographer, because he was based out of this area, I think it's Port Hope. Again, I could be completely wrong. I have
Doesn't
no
matter.
idea. Somewhere close to Port Hope. Came back and he's like, "Hey, I'm done like traveling to all these like fucked up places and scary places to go to.
I have enough PTSD. Can I just hang out here for a while?"
Yeah, and so he ended up doing. He's like, "I'm just gonna do a series on like Port Hope or whatever about this," because he had issues. Like he was trying to like he was either gonna buy land or he bought land and then couldn't build on it because of all this fucking
Contamination.
yeah. And so he did like a whole series on it. I wish I knew what it was, but it was years ago.
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
It's just crazy to think about. Like that shit's literally
It's mostly safe.
could happen to it. Like because we literally have plants right here.
Yeah, the plants that would go off here. So let me just Google this.
Yeah.
Just for context, just because we're talking about it.
I
But I
know
think
there's
the
one in
containment.
Oshawa.
I think the containment zone around Chernobyl is gigantic, and will have to be gigantic for 50,000 years.
I would
literally.
imagine because didn't
like literally 50.
I want to say like Chernobyl was made like around the plant because it was all like
Well, the whole town was made because there was a nuclear.
Yeah, so they
power
put
plant
up
there.
housing and all
It was
this.
it was a
other shit.
classic Soviet thing where like
Yeah.
if there was a copper mine, they would build a town around the copper mine, and you lived and did everything. revolved
Everything
around the
was in
copper.
that.
It was like a Soviet style thing.
Yeah.
But the fucked up thing about Chernobyl, which I didn't realize,
What a name too.
is
Like it suits.
it's all it suits it whatever it is, totally right.
Which is fucking crazy.
So the fucked up thing about Chernobyl that I didn't know is the reactor was melting its way through the concrete because the reactor was fully exposed. So they contained it, whatever. But there was radioactive water underneath. And if it melted through and touched the water, it would create a fucking hydrogen bomb. Like literally a nuke. Like the largest ever made. Like times a lot. And it would have
Jesus.
made, I think, most of Western Europe and Eastern Europe completely uninhabitable. So, like,
Holy fuck.
The Chernobyl exclusion zone is 2,600 square kilometers. So 2,600 square kilometers is a huge radius.
That is crazy.
So that's a radius that is excluded for 50,000 years until the radiation levels get down to a safe level.
Yeah.
It was almost Europe entirely. And they literally had to send in people to die to like do some shit and
To
go into
make
the
it-
radioactive water so that
It
all of
didn't-
Europe
Yeah.
wasn't destroyed.
Literally saved
Because
Europe.
it wouldn't, the bomb wouldn't have destroyed it, but the fallout from the bomb,
aftermath.
the aftermath, yeah, the radiation would have settled with the wind and stuff. And they were like showing it was like literally like 5 countries for sure gone. Romania, like all the Baltic states, gone. And then most of Western Europe would probably have to be evacuated. And a good portion moving east and into Asia. Yeah.
That is insane.
There was a lot of like untold hero stories involved with the whole Chernobyl thing.
Hey,
And
apparently.
I think the official record under the Soviets is only like 300 or like 30 people ever died. But hundreds of thousands of people died. Because they sent soldiers into there. Like, they, like, the shit
Do you think
that they had
there's
to
like
do.
animals there now that are like fucking double headed? Like,
There is animals there that are like, that have defects, but it's not like the stereotypical shit that you would think of, like 2-headed.
they got two extra claws.
Yeah, or like they're like the size of buildings and shit. It's not like the cool stuff. You know, it's like really subtle.
Yeah,
But
okay.
there is for sure effects on the animals. But they also had to eradicate every animal in that 2,600 square kilometer exclusion zone.
Yeah.
They couldn't let like deer, cats, everything. Like they brought in like
Because if they get out,
they
they're
brought in divisions of armies to go and just they had to
clear it out.
fucking clear everything. Because if these things got out, it would spread and all this whole shit.
It's never ending.
Never
You're
ending.
never gonna catch it.
For all the failings of the Soviet fucking Union, the thing that they were most obsessed with was like always image, right?
Yeah.
Because it was like us versus them. So they always wanted to be like this strong, powerful thing. So at first they tried to cover up the Chernobyl thing and then they couldn't. But there was a lot of things that they did cover up. But they went to huge lengths to literally save most of the world from a fucking horrific disaster that I didn't even know about until a year or two ago. I just knew that Chernobyl was like, oh yeah, this shit kind of went weird.
Yeah, I would
They
say
made a
up
couple
until
cool
like high
things about
school, when the like what you said, like 2014 type shit, where they released the first movie. Hang on, was it?
So, anyways, 2,600 kilometers is.
I'm going to take back that last statement, by the way. I'm going to bring up something else. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna do for context.
So while you're looking that up, wasn't there a mission in Call of Duty 4, the original Modern Warfare, that was based in Chernobyl?
All gilled up.
And you're fucked. You go in a ghillie suit. There's fucking
you got to watch.
And then you got to fight
you
yourself off like fucking 30 million fucking dudes.
That's one of the best video game missions I think ever made.
100%.
It's so good.
Loved it.
You got to go through. You're a silent sniper.
Yes,
taking guys out. It's so fucking.
I always hated the sniper missions because you're always alone. Hated it. You had nobody to fall back on.
That one you had Captain McMillan.
Yeah, but even then, you're still doing it alone. At the end of the day, hated those missions. Got to be silent.
Okay, just for context, and again, this isn't how big the exclusion zone would be because this is a square radius.
Yeah.
But Thunder Bay is 1,300 kilometers away, and the Chernobyl exclusion zone is 2,600 square kilometers.
You're talking like all of Ontario, if not.
It's not that big because again, it's
Ontario is gigantic.
It's squared, right?
Sure,
but it's a.
How can they do it squared though?
So like if you
doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
So if you do,
let's say it's 2,400, it would be like 120 by 120 wide because it's length times width.
Okay.
Right.
You'd think it'd be a radius though, like a more of a diameter instead of a squared radius.
I'm sure it is more like that.
Okay.
It's actually way less than 120. It's more like
whatever. And that's it's insane.
Absurd.
It's absurd to think of how fat Ontario is.
Ontario is one of the biggest places out there.
Is it?
Like in comparison to like countries?
Yeah.
It's gigantic. I think we've talked about this before.
Even like to the rest of like Canada. Maybe not Northwest Territories because that's pretty fucking big as well.
I would say that's pretty big.
But for our provinces, because that's the territory. For the provinces, like, man, it takes you 2 days to get out. 2, possibly 3 days, depending on how far you drive in each day, to get out of Ontario. And you can do Manitoba and Saskatchewan
in a
day.
Shot.
Yeah. Or Saskatchewan and Alberta in a day.
Okay, so I got some context ones for 2,600 square kilometers. It's about 2/3 the size of London, England.
Fuck.
So like if Oshawa went off,
yeah.
I think there's there's 11 million people in Ontario, and I'm going to say there's probably in southwestern Ontario, probably 6 million, maybe more. So you're probably looking at Toronto was 5 million, so you got minimum 5 million people are displaced due to a nuclear accident.
That is insane.
Fifth largest city in North America.
Think anything's living in Chernobyl? That's fucked up.
There's people still living there. There was a family that never left. They're fucked up. Like they're not good.
How did they fucking survive?
They just didn't leave. They survived rough. Like they're fucking crazy Ukrainians. Ukrainian people are fucking hard as shit. They went through the fucking shit where Stalin starved them out and genocided them for a while. Those people are made of tough fucking wool.
Wow.
They don't break down, them folk.
I would love to know that story. Holy shit.
Of staying there?
Yeah.
I saw a Vice thing on it.
Really?
When I was probably like 16.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, check out.
I like Vice. They do some cool shit.
They do some cool shit, and then they also do some fucking...
That's like everything,
horrible shit.
That's like everything, though. But there are a lot of cool things.
They used to do a lot more cool shit when we were younger. Now they do a lot more dumb fucking...
Do you know who Action Bronson is?
Is he the guy sings that song that you like?
There's a lot of songs I like.
Why you gotta do me like that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Action.
Then yes.
He's a chef / rapper.
Yes, I know Action Bronson.
He was a big boy, but
only for that song.
He's lost a shit ton of weight. Good for him. Shout out Action Bronson. Yo, no, like actually, like it's fucking crazy how much weight he's lost. Anyways,
I agree. I'm laughing that we're shouting out Action Bronson.
But I've actually been following him for a long time. But he did a series. I think it was on Vice. called Fuck That's Delicious. And he just goes to all these fucking places. He knows so many fucking people, not only from being a chef, but from being a rapper.
Action Bronxon's version of like no reservations or something.
And dude, they eat the fucking best food, drink the best wines. Oh,
just enjoying themselves.
Dude, I can't remember exactly where they were, but they were drinking this crazy wine, which I want to fucking try to find because it looks fantastic. And fried chicken from like the best fried chicken place from where they were. And
Speaking of fried chicken, I just had my first Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah, because there's Chick-fil-A here, right?
In
Down
Toronto.
in Toronto. Never had it.
Young and Bloor.
Was it good?
It was pretty fucking good.
Yeah. I wonder if it's the same as down in the States, though, because usually the things that come from
the same product.
Because, man, they say that, but a lot of the things that come from the States, and they're like, they come here, they have to change shit to make regulation or whatever it is. Like, look at McDonald's. You go around to McDonald's down in the States.
It's not as good, I don't think.
No, I think some things are better.
Do you?
Yeah, from what I've heard. I've seen a video on two guys. One guy
guys
picks
traveling around eating McDonald's?
No, one guy goes like, I guess they go like sort of like Sarnia. What's on the border of Sarnia?
Fuck.
Who knows? Whatever. Sarnia is like right on the border of Canada.
Yeah.
One of the fucking states. So one guy goes down there, grabs food there. The other guy grabs food in Sarnia. They meet up and they eat it. Now, mind you, it's not completely fresh and hot because the one dude's got
Huron, Michigan.
Because the one guy's got to cross the border, but they eat it. And there are certain things like the pop, I think, tasted better here or there, but the burgers were better. Like, it was like.
Some things were interchangeable.
Yeah, some things were better, some things weren't. So it's like.
So from my experience, the McGriddles are better here than they are down there.
And again, like, I think it was like, I think the pop was better down in the States, but our burgers were better. Like, shit like that. Like.
McDonald's in Britain is not as good as here. They have different type of meat.
Yeah.
And also, the weird thing about Britain McDonald's is what they were used to do in McDonald's like 30, 40 years ago is like they would like pre-prepare everything.
Yeah.
So like they would just like, Big Mac, here you go. Unless you wanted like no pickles, then they would make it fresh.
Right.
They still do that in the McDonald's in Britain.
Really?
Everything's like already pretty much pre-made and they're just like.
They just fire it out.
So like I ordered for like, I asked a quarter pounder with no cheese. And I waited like 15 minutes for it.
This is fresh.
Because they're like, oh, I guess we have to make.
Oh, shit, we got to make a new one because this one's got pickles on it.
Pickles and ketchup and all that garbage. Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, you got to think like.
I've eaten McDonald's, I think, every country I've been to. Not proud of that fact.
But like, how can you not?
Fact.
How can you not?
Sometimes
you have a heavy night of drinking, you got to get some grease in you.
Oh,
can't beat it.
Holland has really good McDonald's.
I can see that. I feel like Holland has a lot of good things. My point exactly.
Holland has fucking matzo sticks on their McDonald's menu.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing. There's things on menus that are fucking crazy.
I've eaten in a Dutch McDonald's twice, actually. I was thinking of the breakfast. Their breakfast is very good. Might be better than here. They got some different options. You can get a double egg sandwich. You can get a double meat sandwich. Yeah,
you got to ask for that here.
You got to ask for that. That should just come standard in Holland.
Wow.
They call it the London. Like you can get like a London McGriddle or like a London like sausage and eggs.
And it's like just 2 eggs?
2 eggs and a sausage thing.
Oh, hands. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fucking hitting you with. And
now they're speaking to me.
Yeah.
Now they're speaking to me. Because usually I order like 2 Egg McMuffins and I stack them. So I get the 2 eggs, 2 hams.
I was
in one sandwich.
With former guest and future guest Lucas and my wife in Amsterdam. We did a red light district pub crawl. And we went to the fucking.
You and Lucas kind of loser for a second.
No. You
can tell me the rest of that story later.
There's nothing to tell. I'm telling it right now. I'm telling it right now. But we went to a McDonald's at like 1:32 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was packed, and it was all foreigners. It was a fucking laugh. But we were eating like they had matzo sticks on the menu. They had like. We were eating like kings.
That's
fucking awesome. Because
were they good though?
Really good. Because Holland's known for like their cheese. So like every country has like their own like unique items to their country. McDonald's.
Yeah. If you're lactose, I feel so bad for you. Because cheese is
honestly,
so good.
If you're lactose, jump off the Bloor Viaduct. Like, what's the point of living?
Yeah, dude, just eat cheese.
Eat cheese or hang yourself with piano wire.
Oh my God.
It's the only alternative.
Have you heard of the comedian Jim Jeffries?
Yeah, the Australian dude.
Have you watched his? I think it's recent.
I haven't seen.
He talks about being lactose and going on a date.
No, I
shitting
haven't. I
himself.
haven't. I'm sure.
You gotta listen to.
I think it's quite common when you're lactose to shit yourself,
yeah.
or to not shit.
I think it's more so that you shit yourself.
Yeah,
yeah. I think that's more
barreling out of you.
Yeah, like quick. You gotta watch it. I don't know. It's like
I've been taking a lot of fish oil lately, and that shit makes me want to shit myself.
Really, I loved when I was on fish oils. So good for your joints.
I feel really good.
Yeah,
but also sometimes,
pills?
like if I take it in a certain state, and I haven't discovered what that state is. If I'm not near a toilet, I'm shitting my pants.
When do you take it? Like in the morning?
Sometimes I take it at night. Sometimes I take it in the morning. I'm pretty inconsistent.
Okay.
Sometimes I load all of my vitamins into one small package, which is called my stomach.
Cool.
And sometimes my stomach gets mad at that.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly if it's the chicken or the egg. Where it's, and by chicken I mean me being stupid with the amount of ways that I eat my vitamins.
Yep.
Or if it's the egg that is the vitamin.
Yeah. I loved fish oils.
It's basically a mystery.
I got
like
off
a mystery
them for
unto time, really.
I haven't been on fish oils in a long time. Loved them. Pill though? You doing pill?
Yeah.
So
I would throw up with.
No.
Yeah.
So this is what I used to do. Little trick to the trade.
Oh no.
So I used to get I had pills in a liquid bottle. So if I did a protein shake in the morning, I had a green apple fish oil, and I would literally put it in my protein shake. Now, when I say protein shake, it's not water and protein. It's a cup of milk, half cup of berries, a banana, protein, and then I would throw in this fish oil. And because it
was like a liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because it had the green apple flavor, it changes the shake.
Yeah.
And you don't even taste like the oil. Like, because again, you got to think like it's a teaspoon of fish oil. It's like the daily dose or whatever from the liquid. And then you're throwing a banana, which cuts the flavor out of anything.
Banana's like a silver bullet.
And it really is.
It just kills anything.
Everything. It'll make anything taste like a banana.
Yeah.
And then you got your half cup of berries, your protein. Like there's just so much shit in there, you're never going to taste it. But you get the hint of the green apple. That was it. And it was really good if you got to go liquid. Just saying if you got to go.
Just buy the Johnson & Johnson fucking, they're like horse pills.
They're huge. Yeah. Those are like the biggest pills you ever get.
Choking them back.
Yeah, I hated those.
Yeah.
Because I did those for a while too. I had both. Again, if I didn't have a shake, I would have the pill.
I need to do those things. I don't think I get enough in my regular diet.
Yeah, I don't know. The fish oils, they're so good.
That is a plus. Like
there's so
silver linings of things. COVID really stepped up my vitamin game when COVID came around. I was always like super like
whatever.
I'd be like, I'll take them now. I'll take them then. I'll go months without taking anything.
Just do them in the morning.
And I should have been always taking something because you know what my diet's like. It's a little rough at times.
Sometimes.
Don't worry.
You've gotten a lot better. Mind your own business.
Barely. Don't give me too much credit.
No, well,
but still,
I think you need to give yourself a little more credit than what you do give yourself. But
still, I need
kudos,
vitamins.
Antonio, for opening up his mind.
It was me. I did it on my own.
I really wish she heard that.
She will.
My God.
So I needed vitamins, and that was one thing with COVID. Really fucking got into a proper regimen of vitamins.
I used to just fucking bang it out in the mornings and be done. Used to do the GNCs. Hated it.
What the fuck's a GNC?
So GNC, it was like they would do like they had their
cola?
No, like GNC, the fucking supplement store.
Oh, like where you go to get steroids.
If you meet the right guy at the right time.
Nudge. I get it. Yeah.
Anyways, they had their own like vitamin, like little box thing. It came with packets. Now, the good thing about the packets was that was your daily dose of what you had to do. But the downside was you had to split it. So you had to take half of them in the morning, half of them in the evening, which was the fucking worst because you got to remember to take that second half. Just give me my fucking vitamins in the morning. Let me do my thing. Now, mind you, I'm not doing fucking vitamins, fish oils, anything like that. Just strictly on protein, but that's me right now.
You're just on protein and creatine.
Not even creatine. I never got on that train. I had a protein that had like the smallest dose of creatine that you could have. And I didn't notice anything. My brother said he did, but my brother likes to talk out of his ass. But
don't we all?
Like, I was taking more of that shit than he was, and I didn't notice a fucking thing. Protein's protein, dude. I'm just trying to get
swole, bruh.
I'm just trying to get some more protein.
Just trying to get shredded.
No, I eat too much ice cream for that.
All right, let's wrap this.
Let's wrap it up.
We've been doing well.
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you, guys. Welcome back to
We're off the wagon.
The D-Gen fucking episode hour. Family, friends, fuck around podcast. Thank you again to anyone who listens and continues to listen.
Yeah, check out the new logo.
appreciate
I'll be posting it. You'll see it by the time this gets aired. You'll already have seen it.
You'll have done seen the new logo.
Yeah, and it's fucking dope.
Dickin' dope.
I'm excited. Hit us up.
I mean, it's a logo, but it's nice.
I think it's really nice.
Yeah, well, you're drunk.
No, I thought it was really nice before. It just took me a week to realize it.
Yeah, I had to mind fuck you.
A little bit, yeah. But so did I. You know what though? I had to sit on it. You kind of wanted to see it, like. You hear that too, right? I think it's the connector.
It's your earphone. It's those earphones.
It's yours.
Those are yours.
I had these last week.
No, you didn't. You had black ones last week.
No, I had these exact ones last week.
CJ, you had black ones last week.
I had black ones 2 weeks ago.
All right, fair.
I had these ones last week. I'll change them out next time. Yeah, it took me a while. Like, shit like that, it takes me, like, I can't make a decision, like, instantly. I have a tough time.
Nor should you.
I have a tough time being like, that's
because I sat on it too, and I was leaning towards more the third one. I'm like, fuck, maybe I'm being too pushy with the second one. That's why I was like, maybe.
Yeah, but it was almost kind of good that you were a little pushy because it made me like come around to that one. I'm like, you know what? That one, I do like that. So I do have some things that I do want to talk to you about.
Perfect.
And we'll do that. Yeah.
Another day.
mail.twoseasonapod@gmail.com. Send us an email. Find us on Facebook, 2seasonapod. And any of your photographic needs, cjshade.com. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you later. Thank you.